Welcome to my spoiler review of Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. The sequel to the 2016 hit Doctor Strange has a lot to unpack, so let's open it up. I also state the following works are key to this narrative. The previous film in 2016, Spider-Man No Way Home, WandaVision, and What If Season 1, with episodes 1, 4, and 5 being particularly important. So, let's get started. After the vanity plates, the film opens on Strange leaping through shattered dimensions with America Chavez, played by newcomer Shoshito Gomez. From the opening scene alone, Sam Raimi was definitely a good choice to take the reins from Scott Derrickson. As a fan of both Raimi's superhero blockbusters and his horror films, this film occupies both the spaces. Anyway, the two seek an artifact known as the Book of Ashanti as Strange awakes, attending the wedding of his colleague Christine Palmer, played again by Rachel McAdams. After Strange and Wong meet up with Chavez in New York, they end up getting in a fight with the Shumagorath. I've no secret how much I enjoy John Matheson's cinematographer, and his camera work is great in this film. Wong helps dispatch the Shumagorath as Strange delivers a final blow with a streetlight through its eye. Yes, I can definitely tell this movie was made by a man who started as a horror director. We're addressing this more as the review continues. Regrouping at a local pizza parlor, the three discuss the multiverse and the incident with Spider-Man to determine the next move. Chavez can travel through the multiverse, and others want her power. She's easily one of the most powerful additions to the series since the Infinity Saga, but the catch is she hasn't quite figured out how to focus her power just yet. Anyway, they determine the next move is to find the Book of Ashanti, find another version of Strange's remains, burying them before heading Carmitage with Chavez. Elsewhere, Wanda's watch over her children, meaning that the series is still canon. Both works even had the same writer, Michael Waldron. Strange goes to see Wanda in her orchard for help, as both the Shumagorath and the alternate Strange had rune markings on them. However, it turns out that's not really Wanda that Strange is talking to, but the Scarlet Witch. This plot point has been contentious among many, but I actually don't have an issue with as someone who's aware she started as a villain in the comics. Also, I have not read the Avengers Disassembled storyline, so anything I have to say about this plot thread in this movie will be self-contained. On that note, Scarlet Witch attacks the temple, and the battle that ensues is quite impressive. Major kudos to editors Bob Murawski and Tia Nolan, especially like the fade to warn and Strange tells them what's coming. The full-minded Carmitage tries to hold back the Scarlet Witch to no avail. She enters a temple, intending to see her children in the Earth 838 universe at any cost. She attempts to take Chavez's power, but Strange fends off with dragons and leaps across multiple universes with her. They land in the Earth 838 universe, regrouping over Pizza Poppers to determine their next move, but not before running afoul of Pizza Papa, played by obligatory Bruce Campbell cameo. They only manage to get away when Strange casts a Stop Hitting Yourself spell on him. Anyway, they still need to find the Book of Ashanti, so Chavez can learn to focus her powers. I also don't think her two moms are any harder to believe than her traveling through the multiverse. They also need to find Strange's counterpart in another universe. I really like how this movie introduces multiple numbers of realities. We'll talk more in a bit. After discovering the Strange in the 838 universe is dead, we rejoin Mordo, played again by Chiwetel Ejiofor. He's brought before the Council of the Illuminati and they determine that Wanda has mastered the Darkhold and utter dreamwalking. Wanda takes control of her counterpart from the 838 universe. I actually think it's the most interesting contrast to her arc in WandaVision. On the show, she accepted the only way she can progress is by leaving Westview. Here, Scarlet Witch rejects the idea and wants to return to family at any cost. I just kind of like this take on her character, and they found a way to make a more comic-accurate costume work on film. After torturing surviving sorcerers, one reveals the location of the Ultra Darkhold. Carved in the ruins of Peak Mount Wundagore, back in the 838 universe, Strange Chavez are being held by English variant of Christine before they stand trial. Elsewhere, Moore and Scarlet Witch reach a peak about Wundagore. It's definitely agree that it takes to compare this movie to a Marvel film and an Evil Dead film combined. I will just deal with the new Evil Dead movie as it comes. Now we get to the worst kept secret of the movie, the characters from other universes. All of these actors also signed on for more projects to varying degrees of detail. They are as follows: Charles Xavier, played by Patrick Stewart; Black Bolt, played by Anson Mount; Peggy Carter as Captain Britain, played by Haley Atwell; Captain Marvel, played by Lashana Lynch; and new to this franchise, Reed Richards, better known as Fantastic, played by John Krasinski. He in particular is still on my shortlist for their reboots. I also still like Stewart's response to maintain secrecy. Who's Doctor Strange? Kinda took a page from Andrew Garfield's book there. Anyway, Reed explains the concept of an incursion and Xavier reveals what really happened in their variant of Strange. Also, the captions say his entrance is set to like the music for X-Men 97, looking forward to that. Back with Scarlet Witch and Wong, even though claiming Chavez's power would still kill her, Wanda cannot be dissuaded, as it means she can see Billy and Tommy again. Throwing Wanda off the mountain, she sets her plan in motion. They illuminate how to deal with Strange on Titan after Event Rogue, but before they can decide the fate of our Strange, Wanda attacks their compound. Xavier instructs Strange to help Chavez and find the book they need before it's too late. Though I admit the fates of the Illuminati are quite dark, it's at least similar to scenes I saw in the Raimi Spider-Man trilogy, especially the final battle of Norman in the first movie and the hospital scene in the second. Also, I reaffirm that while 838 versions of characters may have been graphically slaughtered by Scarlet Witch, their actors are signed off for more MCU projects. Fight with Strange and the 838 Mordo is a standout scene, and though Strange wins the fight, I look forward to a fight with the main one in a potential third film. As Chavez breaks out of her bonds, Xavier tries to talk down Scarlet Witch in her mind's eye. I really like this touch. I'm not saying we get to Legion levels, but something I look forward to seeing more in this reboot they're working on. Alas, Xavier's taken down, Chavez is captured, and Strange is sent to the universe as Supreme Strange. While Captain Carter's presence setting up her spin-off series, this marks two recent instances on the connections to the What If series. The third will come later, and it seems a great job of showing up into Cumberbatch's range. The good doctor had broken bad into life to become the Sorcerer Supreme. This leads to another standout scene, the music duel between the two doctors. While not necessarily part of the story, being added during the reshoots, it's honestly one of my favorite scenes of Phase 4 in the Multiverse saga so far. Danny Elfman really sells it with his own compositions and the classical music arrangements. It makes a better live-action Sorcerer's Apprentice than the actual one. Strange, having learned this sickening truth, decides to confront Scarlet Witch. Strange also sees the Supreme Counterpart's third eye, and after reconciling with Christine, we get one of the most touching memes before heading back. I love you in every universe. He uses the remains of the 838 Strange as a vessel to get to Mount Wundagore, and that's where the last What If parallel comes in. I'm quite pleased that a full-on Marvel Zombie spin-off is in the works, and this movie's horror elements do give me confidence in a reboot of Blade in the near future. One scales his way back up the mountain, and Zombie Strange engages Scarlet Witch in one final duel as Chavez has mastered her powers. Scarlet Witch finally realizes the same thing Wanda did. The only way she can go forward is to leave her past behind. She may not be able to change what happened, but she can change her future. Honestly intrigued by what will happen in the House of Harkness, not going to lie. Scarlet Witch closes the Darkhold, Chavez stays to train at Camartage, film closing Doctor Strange turning his timeline, getting his counterpart's third eye in the process. I will just deal with that as it comes. Quite seems very trippy, resembling several shifting inkblot paintings. The first stinger has Strange just into his new third eye, meeting up with Clea Strange, played by Charlize Theron. I look forward to seeing more of these in the near future. The second stinger has Pizza Papa seeing us off, and Bruce Campbell is also going to be future projects. Look forward to seeing him again as well. Well, not quite the billion-dollar sweet spot at the box office. The film estimated a respectable $411 million in the US and $954 million worldwide, with a third film being one of many projects one sets up. What might not be everyone's favorite, is a solid entry in the Multiverse saga, and I am open to seeing where it goes in Phase 5 and 6. See you soon when I spoil the review of Thor: Love and Thunder. That'll be all for now. Take care.